It's happening. Spy pictures of the J300 Land Cruiser are finally surfacing, and we now have a glimpse of its cavernous and updated interior. So these spy shots are originally from a Russian website / magazine, mag.auto.ru, and we're gonna pop into these spy shots. Starting with the exterior, this grille to me looks really close to those renders we've been getting coming out of Japan for quite some time now. And the headlights, these triple beams, very similar to a Lexus, right? Again, look so on point to those renders. Now the rear, it's hard to see the taillights, but it could have taillights similar to, let's say, a RAV4, something like that. But they look very blocky, very rectangular. Time for the interior. This screen looks so familiar. It's pretty much the same screen that we've been getting in the Lexus RX, which is a touchscreen, 12.3-inch touchscreen. You see it in the new Venza as well. I think you also see it in the Highlander. All right, so some of your controls, heated steering wheel, not a surprise there. Just one setting for the heated steering wheel, so there's not a high and a low, it's just on or off. Of course, heated and ventilated seats, switches for climate, heat, and coolness, fan speed, defrost. This looks like rear windshield defrost over here. Next image. Now this is the start-stop button. Some people are saying that this could be a fingerprint scanner, which would be the first that I'm aware of in any sort of Toyota product. Pretty crazy. I don't know if we'll see it come to America in the Lexus LX. I feel like that's too advanced for us Americans. Now the mode select dials right here, and it looks like you can activate or deactivate any of the modes. In this image here, you can see it's more of like a turn dial, kind of similar to the dials that remind me in the RAV4. You have those big dials in the RAV4. It looks like this is quite similar in design. Maybe not the rubber on the outside, but it looks like an aluminum cover. You have a better idea of the switches here. So these switches kind of remind me of the Lexus LC a little bit, with the old school rudder switches that go up and down. Now there's no volume knob, unfortunately, but you do have physical buttons to increase and decrease the volume, and the rest of here are going to be your audio. Down here, of course, is a JBL sound system, but you can see that it has a traditional CD player, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited about. Now down below, going back to this image, of course, we have center differential lock. We have the turn assist. And this new shifter is quite designed. I don't know what else. It's very detailed within multi-levels of topography on it. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Of course, you have the wireless charger here. I do expect that to be standard. And then you have your 4i, 4 low switch right here. Crawl control, of course. On the steering wheel, radar cruise control, lane keep assist, volume, of course. And behind the steering wheel is the screen for the MID, which it looks the exact same that you see like in the Avalon, for example, and a lot of Toyota products. So they're not going above and beyond, unfortunately, for the screen between the tachometer and speedometer, which are still analog, which I'm totally okay with. And shifting gears over to Australian website Car Sales, they got a little bit more information here about powertrains. Nothing revolutionary though, but kind of a confirmation of what we're expecting. New Toyota Land Cruiser diesel locked in. We know they're canceling the twin turbo V8, the 1VD turbo diesel engine. They're canceling that. They're still going to keep it in the 70 series Land Cruisers. But here we go. Big overseas market for the Land Cruiser, such as Middle East, Japan, are expected to get a 3.5-liter twin turbo V6 petrol engine paired with a 10-speed automatic. Okay. We'll go over all these numbers in the spreadsheet in a little bit. And according to Best Car Web, the LC300 Land Cruiser 300 will make its global debut in September. We just talked about that in yesterday's video. And Car Sales understands that the Aussie launch will see a new 6-cylinder twin-turbo diesel underneath the bonnet, most likely as the sole offering. So it could be for Australia that you guys are only getting the diesel and possibly a diesel hybrid. And of course, we'll show that in the spreadsheet. Prices for the LC300 are expected to rise, of course, with more technology, just a different environment nowadays compared to when the vehicle was launched, in 2007. $150,000 for the flagship grades. I'll put that in US dollars. I'm assuming they're putting it in Aussie dollars. And I think it's time for spreadsheet. Wrapping up today's video, we're going to dive into the powertrain numbers, just my speculation. I don't think I'm going to be that far off. First up on the list is the TNGA diesel engine, brand new, developed for future TNGA-F platform, body-on-frame truck-like SUVs, and possibly trucks if they ever decide to put it in the Hilux or Tacoma or Tundra, which I doubt they'll ever do here in the United States. But hey, we can wish. Different reports are saying 6-speed auto or 10-speed auto. It's hard to see them keeping with a 6-speed auto, so let's just assume 10-speed auto, 250 horsepower and a girthy 462 pound-feet of torque. Now, they are likely to eventually give us a hybridized version of that. Now, there have been reports of a inline 4 instead of a V6, but we're just going to put V6 because the more we hear about it, the more I hear V6 instead of inline 4. So here we are, twin-turbo V6 diesel. Adds a small electric motor, about 50 horsepower, so it gets us almost about 300 horsepower, but we get almost 550 pound-feet combined of torque. Now, inline 4 turbo hybrids and inline 4 turbos, those are likely to be seen on the Prado redesign upcoming, possibly even a 4Runner or Tacoma. It's really hard to say what they're going to put it in, but that's a 2.4 liter turbo we should see unveiled here this year in the new Lexus NX. All right, the base engine for most markets around the world for the LC300 should be a turbo V6, the same twin turbo V6 that we see in the Lexus LS. Maybe they detune it a little bit less horsepower, possibly more torque. So 400 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. And this is going to be the base engine, more than likely into the Tundra that it should be unveiled as well this year. All right, now the turbo V6 hybrid, they could do it a little bit conservative or a little bit more aggressive, just depends on what they want to do. And knowing Toyota, they've been extraordinarily conservative in their history, so this is a more likely option here. You have the same 50 horsepower motor that is on the diesel hybrid that gets us to around 430 horsepower and up to 550 pound-feet of torque. And then lastly, because we can talk about it a little bit more, hopefully now, is the twin turbo V8. We could see it eventually come in the, let's say, the Lexus LX, maybe not the Land Cruiser, unless they come up with like a GR Land Cruiser or something like that. It would be the twin turbo V8. Again, reports coming out of Japan that we could be seeing twin turbo V8s in the Lexus F lineup, reprising its role as the performance line in Lexus this year. Of course, it hasn't been confirmed. We might hear more about it in the first half of 2021 as Lexus unveils a new brand image. Hopefully they unveil a new twin turbo V8. That would be excellent. But anyways, this thing would have about 600 horsepower, possibly more. Reports saying 660 horsepower, and who knows how many pound-feet of torque. And guys, I'll leave it there. Which engine combination would you be most excited for? Diesel, hybrid diesel, twin turbo V6, hybrid twin turbo V6, twin turbo V8? What would you most likely be interested in if you were putting your hard-earned cash, $100 plus thousand essentially, on a new Land Cruiser or LX? Which powertrains would you want? Guys, I'm going to leave it there. What do you think of the interior? Doesn't look that impressive to me, but again, it's definitely prototype. We'll definitely see more polished interiors coming from the Land Cruiser, but I would say the general layout, general technology is there, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Have a wonderful day. If you made it this far in the video, smash the like button, subscribe for more Toyota, Lexus news and reviews, as well as all Japanese and Korean auto news. I'm still reviewing the Acura TLX. I've been reviewing it for a while. It's a lot of fun. Really enjoy the vehicle. See you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.